Daniel meets the new neighbors. It was a beautiful day in the neighborhood of Make-Believe when Daniel noticed something different. It was a truck, and not just any truck. It was a big truck with big boxes inside. "Why is that truck there?" Daniel asked Dad Tiger. "That's a moving truck," said Dad Tiger. "New neighbors must be moving into the house next door." "New neighbors," said Daniel. "I wonder if there will be a new friend for me." "What's inside all those boxes?" Daniel asked. "You have to pack up all your clothes and toys and furniture when you move," Mom Tiger explained. "I wonder what it would be like to move to a different house," Daniel said. Daniel imagined that he was moving. Just then, Daniel noticed that one of the boxes was shaking. "Look, someone is carrying that box," said Daniel. "Who is it?" Daniel couldn't see who was carrying the box. All he could see were two little feet. "Come on, Daniel," said Mom Tiger. "Let's go over and meet the new neighbors." "Okay," said Daniel. "Maybe I'll meet a new friend." Daniel rang the doorbell. Ding dong. "Hello," said Mom Tiger when the door opened. "We're your neighbors, the Tiger family. Welcome to the neighborhood." "Thank you," said the neighbor. "I'm Dr. Platypus, but you can call me Dr. Plat." Daniel introduced himself. "I'm Daniel, and this is my sister Margaret. I've never met a platypus before." "You haven't?" said Dr. Platt. "That's very exciting then, isn't it? Please, come inside." Daniel, Mom Tiger, and Margaret followed her inside the house. The platypus house looked different from Daniel's house. There was no furniture, just boxes everywhere. And as Daniel looked around, he heard a rustle from a nearby box. Could that be a new friend for him? Daniel looked around the room until... "Peekaboo," said a little boy. And then another little boy appeared. "Peekaboo," said the second boy. Daniel couldn't believe his eyes. They looked the same. "Meet Teddy and Leo. They're twins," said Dr. Platt. "That means they are two kids from the same family who were born on the same day." Margaret toddled over to Teddy and Leo, and they started to play. "Margaret has two new friends, but what about me?" said Daniel. Then Daniel heard a giggle. "Is there someone else here?" he wondered. Daniel looked around until he found another platypus, but this time it was a girl. "I'm Jodie," she said shyly before quickly running out of the room. Maybe Jodie will be my friend, Daniel thought. Daniel and Jodie went to her room. "This is my room," said Jodie, "but there are so many boxes." "I can help you unpack," said Daniel. Jodie smiled. "Okay." Daniel helped Jodie unpack her toys and stuffed animals. "This is Benji the Hedgehog," said Jodie. "He likes to sing." "Me, me, me," sang Daniel. Daniel and Jodie put her special pillow called a cozy cozy on her bed. "I've never seen a cozy cozy before," said Daniel, "but it is comfy." Dr. Platt brought in 2 cribs. "Why do you have cribs in your room?" asked Daniel. "Because Teddy and Leo sleep in here too," explained Jodie. "That sounds like fun," said Daniel. When Daniel and Jodie were done unpacking, they decided to draw some pictures together. "I always carry crayons," said Jodie. Daniel was learning a lot about Jodie. The doorbell rang. It was Mr. McFeely. "Speedy delivery for our new neighbors," he said, handing Dr. Platt an envelope. "Everyone is invited to a welcome party at the Enchanted Garden today." Daniel was very excited. "Did you hear that, Jodie? You're going to love the Enchanted Garden." "Wait," said Jodie. "We can't go." She looked very upset. "What's wrong, Jodie?" asked Daniel. "We can't go to the party because I can't find my special book," said Jodie. "Mama reads it to me every night. I can't go to bed without it, and if I can't find it, then I don't want to go to the party. Daniel was worried. He didn't want Jodie to be upset. I'll help you find your book, Daniel offered. Daniel helped Jodie look and look and look for her book everywhere, but they still couldn't find it. Maybe we should look outside, suggested Daniel. Jodie agreed. So Daniel, Jodie, and Dr. Platt all went outside to look for Jodie's special book. Daniel looked around outside until he noticed a book peeking out from under a bush. It was a Tigey the Adventure Tiger book. Is this your book, Jodie? He asked. Yes, said Jodie happily. Thank you, Daniel Tiger. You're welcome, said Daniel. I love Tigey the Adventure Tiger too. I'm so glad to have a neighbor just like you, said Daniel. I'm so glad to have a friend just like you, said Jodie. Let's go to the party, Daniel said. When Jodie and her family got to the party, the whole neighborhood was there. Welcome to the neighborhood, they said. Thank you, said Jodie. Daniel smiled. I think you're going to like it here. And Jodie and her family had the best time getting to know their new neighbors and friends. We have a new neighbor in the neighborhood. Her name is Jodie. I think she's going to like it here. Don't you? I like that you're my neighbor too. Ugga mugga. The end.